Hello, hello, hello again. Now, this is what I have been attempting to do live. But since I couldn't do it live, we're going to go ahead and do it anyway because I want to get it out there. And one way or the other, we will have this discussion. Um, and it should be a worldwide thing because it's life changing for everybody. For everybody. Everyone have the right to live a happy, peaceful life in the body that they are in, not according to their genitals, but according to their nature. So that's what this video is about. It's about the true self gender chart. When you get to see the chart, you can figure out who you are and everyone else around you, and you begin to open up your mind and realize that, hey, we have been living our lives according to our body parts. Now, some people actually do come out and live their life and be true to who they really are, but a lot of people do not because they are afraid of being ostracized and, bullied and killed even. You know what I mean? So to me, this is important because it's one of those things that separate and divide us according to something that's not truly us. So you're not your body part, you're not your name, you are not your color, you're not. I think I'm gonna cut my hair off, all of it, one day. I probably will, yeah, because I'm talking about it, right? So you're not your nationality, you're not your ancestors. Well, you are your ancestors because there's nobody but you, but anyway, you get what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. The true gender chart. All right. So know thyself. To thine own self be true. To thine own self be true. Yes. All right. So I'm going to get started here. And once again, I thank those who came on, giving me their time. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. All right. Okay, so first thing first. Let's start from the beginning because that's where it all began. It begins at birth when you are given a title, a label we call male and female. If you are a female, you're expected to do this. If you're a male, you're expected to do that. Okay, so your whole life revolves around your genitalia. Really, let's be honest. Let's just come on, be honest with it. Your whole life is, revolves around your body part. That ain't right. I'm telling you, it ain't right. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. All right. So, because of a lack of knowledge, we perish. So I'm going to give you this chart, and hopefully this will open up the conversation. Hopefully you will spread this around, and one day somebody, I'm going to write it on the board, okay? I'm going to write it on the board. One day somebody's going to say this. Now, I am saying it right now, but in the future, someone is going to look back on our lifestyle and see that we actually lived according to our genitalia, okay? It's craziness. It's nonsense. All this is a way, another way. It's a fantastic way to separate one another, okay? To separate you from a whole nother class of people, a whole nother gender of people according to the body part. And when you do that, as with everything, one is going to be up and the other one is going to be down. One is going to be more important than the other, and that's the way it has always been. Women have been underfoot because we are living in a masculine world. Everything is fast, is everything is, you know, just very masculine, very masculine life world that we live in. So with that being said, women have been subjected to the humiliation of men simply because they have a different body part. Now, what got me into talking about this was watching this movie called Pose. Very fascinating, interesting. It's actually a series. Very fascinating because these men, it's all men who either cross-dress, they're either gay, they're either straight who like gay men, or they are, I don't even, there's just a, you know, there's this range of men. There's men who are straight, there are men who are gay, there are men who like gay men in terms of they're not, I don't even want to talk about that like that because it's very confusing. You know, you get the transgender and the transvestite and the cross-dressers and you know, all of these different labels, and it's all, we give them these labels because it's based on their genitals, not on their nature. And so anyway, in this series, these people actually live their life according to their nature. They live their life according to their nature, not according to their body parts. So, okay. So that is something that is going to be discussed in years to come. How foolish were we to live our life according to a body part? All right. Now, I had to say that because it's very important. All right, so now I'm going to just go ahead and give you an example of what I mean by living according to your nature and not your body part. Okay, so let's take female. Okay, we have a female here, and this female, okay, this female, all right, this represents the body itself. Just the body itself, nothing else. So for this, you have a type. You have a type of female. I don't know if I'm writing big enough. Am I writing big enough? Let me see. Make it a little bit bigger. You have a type of female. And this female has a nature. Everyone has a nature. You have a nature, and you have a body type. And then you have the mate. Okay. And down here you have, I'm going to put characteristics just because I can't fit it up there. Okay, so let's say this, I'm going to just go ahead and do the chart across the board, okay? So we have feminine, let me just do this as well. Okay, as you already probably know, feminine, and then you have F is for feminine and M is for male, masculine actually. All right. Okay. So you have a feminine female who have a feminine nature, who have a feminine body type, who is going to have a feminine male or mate, I should say. No, it's not just the mate. In this case, it's not just the mate because we have the nature there. We have the nature, and the nature tells you that this female have a feminine nature. That means she likes men. So she's gonna, but she, this particular female, like a feminine male because her body type is feminine. So continue on. And the last one is masculine. Masculine. And so she is going to have a masculine. And this is a female. This is a female. So her body is masculine. Her nature is masculine. So if her nature is masculine, that means she likes what? If her nature is masculine, that means she likes what men like. She likes females. Okay, so you have the feminine female, the masculine female, and the feminine male and the masculine male. All right, that is, and so the characteristics for, let's say for this one, right here. Okay, she's feminine, her body is feminine, so she's going to desire, I'm going to say a feminine female is going to desire white collar work or work whereas she's not getting her hands dirty, it's not too strenuous, it's not too physical. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, and the characteristics is for both. Anytime it's a feminine, it is going to be white collar in terms of the body type. Not over here, not here. The body type determines the characteristics. Okay? So this is what determines the characteristics. The nature determines the mate. All right. This is just for the body, if it's male or female. That's it. That's it. This is just the type. That's it. All right. And so now you have the masculine. I like to do this to separate it, to keep from confusing myself. And you can look at this chart and you can actually see how this relates to this. And it all tie in together. Okay. You start seeing the pattern. After a while, you start seeing the pattern. And you know, it's got to be something to it. okay? And that's it for the female. And it's the exact same thing for the male. It's the exact same thing. So, and okay, so now here, the characteristics for the masculine female. All right, so let's say this female is, she's masculine. She have a masculine nature. She have a masculine body. All right, so let's say something wasn't, like, let's say we don't really know what the nature is. You can always tell what the nature is by the characteristics. So let's say, all right, so let's say that this female have a masculine nature. That means she likes women, and she have a masculine body. So she's masculine across the board, right? But she works a white collar job. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because a masculine female is all boy. She's all boy. She don't want nothing prissy. She don't want anything dainty. She's, you know, what people might call a roughneck or whatever. You know, she is very physical, hands-on, and she don't mind getting dirty. That's me. But I am not masculine nature. I just have a masculine body and a masculine type. Okay? So because my nature is different, you know, even though I like the physical and athletic, but my nature determines my mate. But my characteristic and my body type determines, you know, whether or not, what kind of work I'm going to do, or my lifestyle in general. So now this person right here, she's masculine, and even though she likes females that have nothing to do with herself, her own characteristics, and her characteristics will be what? Blue collar work. It will be blue collar. You know, physical work. Physical. Okay. But now this, the thing with the masculines can, let me see where I want to put it. Where do I want to put it? Because this is important. Okay, so we got that. I want to say this, and I want to put it down. And I'm going to start right here. Masculines share both. They share both blue and white collar jobs. Feminine only white collar. If a feminine end up in a blue collar job, which they probably won't take in the first place, but if they do end up there, they will not be happy. You will not be happy. That's just like, that's the same as, you know, if you are a masculine female and you're a female, you know, you like females. If you end up with a male and you have a masculine nature, just like he has a masculine nature, it's not going to work. You're going to be unhappy because you're going against your nature. You're going against your nature. And that is how that works. That's how that works right there. All right. And now I am going to go over the male. All right. All right, so now let's go over the male chart. Okay, the male chart. We have the male chart here. And so we have, let's say, masculine. masculine, masculine, masculine. Okay. So, and this is, ups, I forgot again. I want to give myself some room. I don't like to be all cluttered up. So first we have here, we have the type, and we have the nature. Want to make sure you can see this, yeah. And then you have the body type. And then you have the mate. Okay. All right. So once again, we have the masculine, and I do this across the board because this is the chart. All right. Okay. All right. You know, a lot of times when I say that a guy is feminine, right away I get jumped on because like, oh, wait a minute. You know, I'm not saying that the person is gay or you know, anything like that. I'm just simply saying when I say they are masculine, I'm talking about the type. When I'm talking about the type, I'm talking about the type of male. Is it a masculine male or feminine male? Because we have two aspects. The human body the human body has two aspects to it, right? Masculine, and feminine. Okay, so this refers to the body. That's it. It just refers to the body. It has nothing to do with the character, the body type, the mate, the nature, none of that. It's only referring to the body. And so when someone say, oh, she is a masculine female or he is a feminine male, it has nothing to do with sexuality. It has nothing to do with sexuality. Okay, it was clear there. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out quickly. So, so be aware of that, and so you not take offense when someone say that you are feminine or masculine when you are of the opposite sex. Okay, I got one more here to go under the masculine. That's wrong. Okay, here we go. Feminine, and so we always get the feminine male. All right. So, and I like to do this because I kind of get mixed up a little bit. So you get the feminine again, the four choices that you have. You either have a masculine female, a feminine female, a masculine male, or a feminine male. That's it. All right. So, and so like some people might say, well, what about the cross-dressers and the transvestites and transsexual? It's all here. It's all here. It's all here. It's all here. And as when I finish this, I'm going to pull up an example and go through that. All right. So here we have what? Feminine, feminine. So this would be a feminine male. Because this chick is feminine, feminine, feminine. Okay? So then we have feminine, masculine, and then, so we go by this masculine here. And she likes men because she is feminine nature. So this will be a male. Here we have feminine, then we're going to go masculine, feminine, and feminine. So he is going to be a feminine male that actually like other men, right? Males. All right. And then the last one is, what I have here? Masculine, masculine. And so we got masculine here for the body, and so that means he's gonna like a masculine male. All right. Okay. So let's say, okay. And once again, I want to write down this just to make sure. You can always check to see, even for yourself, whether or not you already know if you're living your true nature, but you can tell whether your mate is truly what they say they are, or their sexual preference, is what it is, or what they say it is, because it all adds up. You get a masculine male, you're not going to get a masculine male doing, well, actually, that's different. And that's why I wanted to write this. Just remember that masculine, again, masculine, feminine is blue and white collar. Feminine is usually only white. Okay? Yeah. Feminine is not gonna, they're not gonna do a lot. They don't want to do a lot of physical work. They just don't. That's just their nature, not to do that stuff, because they're dainty. Even feminine men, they don't want to get their hands dirty either. They don't want to get their hands and their fingernails dirty and be lifting all of this stuff and pushing and lugging, and they don't want to do that because it's not their nature. It's against their nature. So you can always tell according to the body type. The body type matches this, okay? And so the nature governs the mate. The nature governs the mate, and it also governs the lifestyle as well. That's what the nature governs, the mate and the lifestyle. The body type also tie into the lifestyle, okay? Because you're not going to have a dainty body doing blue collar work. Not for long, not unless you absolutely have to, but you're going to hate it. And so this is the chart. This is the chart, and there's no need for anybody to have to live their life according to their genitals. Nobody. It's ridiculous. It's ignorant to live your life according to your body parts. You're not the body. So this is something that I think need to be talked about, and I think it's something that is so liberating for everybody. There are people in this world who are living because of their genitals. Not living because of their genitals. They are living their lifestyle because of their genitals, because they don't want to be ostracized. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be penalized. They don't want to be talked about. They don't want to be eliminated. They don't want to be excluded. They don't want to be abused because of, they can't freely be who they truly are. They can't be true to themselves without being hurt in some way. You know, that's not fair. It's not fair to anybody. No one wants to live like that. So that is one of the biggest reasons why I am putting this video out here. So here's the chart. It's the same for the female. And if you have any questions, please hit me up in the comment sections. Please be respectful of other people's opinions and their perspectives. This is my perspective, but it's also the truth. Okay, so sometimes I just kind of like, I get indignant with it because it is what it is. It just is what it is. Okay, so think about it. Would you like to be forced to live a certain way because, you know, your genitalia? You know, think about it. Think about it. And who says that the correct way to be is man and woman? Now, I know some people say God created Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve. But God is Adam and Eve. God is you. God is me. God actually sleeps, dreams that he is you. So in other words, you think you are actually awake and walking around and doing what you do, when in fact, it is God who has animated you to be who you are. So how can God be wrong? Everything in this world is God. Everything, including you. You are God. You're looking at God right now. The human body is the veil of God. Okay, so I'm not going to get into that. That's another video. So this is, once again, this is the true nature. The true self gender chart. That's what I call it. I call this the end of the true. Man, I need a writer. Can I get a writer? The true nature gender chart. Happy living. Yes. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please pass it on, spread the word, hit me up, and yes, happy living. Happy living, everyone. Yay! No more heterosexuals or bisexuals or transsexuals or transgender, any of that stuff. Let's just be. How about that? Let's just be. Let's just be. Thank you.